Unity Broadcasting.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey have so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion, you for know but salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again. We no go left nothing again no.
TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history,
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say, and we let we self and better salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey have so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion, you for know but salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again. We no go left nothing again no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history,
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say, and we let we self and better salon. Unity
Go, APC go, APC go. No more APC again. No more APC again. Hey, no more APC again. So never again shall our country be governed by APC. Never again shall we let them destroy our economy. When you remember all the pain and struggle inside the past and years with them root, you know go ever think I'm for votes APC again. Never again shall our country be governed by APC. Never again shall we let them destroy our economy. When you remember all the pain and the struggle inside the past and years with them root, you know.
Hello, Salon people, dem una kushe, una kaba, una do. Mina Chief Commissioner Vandy with una favorite monologue program. And I want to let una know say, then a Unity Broadcasting powerhouse. Inside today's program, we they talk about some mindset of Sierra Leoneans. You know, people will believe say, once you criticize a political party, you're a tribalist. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the empty coffers with APC left. Because me go take and say that na empty coffers. For how many years of APC? For let them left such a very, very embarrassing sum of money with all the boast of grassroots support, how much APC popular, the amount of people that we then get registered at the database. For let they can't give we such an embarrassing figure as something we now a sum na the account. We're talking about that. We talk about the Magbele Bridge and the Magbele Bridge importance. We go look at the economic viability of farm. We look at the social importance. We talk at the importance of connectivity, and we talk about the political importance as well. Okay, so these are the topics. When I believe say we go get enough time for them topic there. So first, I want to say this, and this is now how they start with. Each time we sit down on a platform like this for talk to the world, talk to people, it is not a surprise that everybody get your own perspective because people want for Yegi, waiting they want for Yegi. Once you not talk waiting them one Yegi, you become the evil one, you become the worst person because you talk against the interest, because you talk against their belonging, something where they believe it, even when it is wrong. But because you come and say the actions not nationalistic, not patriotic, that they label you. For me, it is not a crime. Because if I didn't want that, I'm not going to sit down at their platform there for talk. Criticism goes with human conscience. If you write in your conscience and you're honest with yourself, then you're free to your will. Now, mostly I get this constant attack of the APC supporters say, once you can sit down on their platform here and criticize the action, the deliberate actions of APC, you're not a tribalistic person, you're tribal. The question we want to ask is APC established for a set of tribe that once you talk about the APC, you're talking about that tribe? And they say in the APC, the tribe where me belong to, not get place inside APC. So are you telling me that there's nobody from me on tribe where they where go boast say I belong to the APC? So when I can't sit down, because I criticize APC, make me tribalistic. Everyone where they follow me now, na public consider. I have always said it. Severally, me not possible not believe in tribe because nobody chose the tribe where you want to belong to. Nobody not the way say God where they make me, put me now this tribe. If not for that, but come on, not for even wish for be African. Therefore, don't choose for be American or whatever. So I have never bought the idea of tribalism. And I will say this here. only myopic people, only naive people, only primitive, uncivilized people will promote tribalism and even bring tribal discourse when you talk in politics. You know why? Because they don't get message. Tribe not just a channel of communication. Okay? If you're fortunate for talk any tribe, now for let you get access for communicate, for belong. That not the buy you from interaction, for connecting. But when people lack the merit for confronting and talk on issue, then they bring uncivilized method of argument and tribalize everything. And I don't believe in that. Tribe will take me nowhere. And only people who are not truly exposed will get entangled my way they're not exposed. They're not to travelers go buy the crap of tribalism. And I go authoritatively say here that there's no issue about tribe in Sierra Leone. There's no tribalism in Sierra Leone. The only people where they compare the issue about tribalism, now let people where not know the left from the right. Because here in Sierra Leone, we all they pray at the same mosque. We know they choose tribe. Where they go to mosque for go pray, you know they choose tribe. We say you say, I don't go sit down near this tribe. Or me no one for where they come for camp pray. So I know they where they go to church for go pray. You know go say because now this tribe sit down at this side, I know they sit up at this chair. We they go to market. Where they go for go buy in a market. You know go say because now this person they sell, even when your commodity fine, you go deviate for go buy for me. You know go tell me say because this person, oh, you get fine per mine, but because not to me tribe, I know they buy for me. I go buy me tribe man in your per my way, not good. No, they see that. You got off court, the table they're all. Everybody mix. You know go say because this driver where they drive this motor car, where you want for go take transfer, you know go tell me say the driver where she don't behind this tribe, because I'm from this tribe where he come out. Eh? I'm not going to sit down inside this motor car. We see Prede, we see Christmas, we see Easter, we see all the festive, how we interact. But when you get evil and satanic people, unproductive people, when they come, the focal point is now for promote division and hate and tribal messages. I've never seen somebody they go for go yarn woman. Man they go for go yarn woman. And ask her say, I want you about whose tribe where you belong. It has never happened. So this issue about tribalism, you know, is a shame. Anybody with so tribal, with so much they concentrate on this issue about tribal. Now, what is the inside? The Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So, you know, what is the inside the person? They put out there. People they can't all this see. Then, when will they get their social? Now look, where Lions they play, where Blackpool they play, where Port Authority team they play against any other club. Where will they go sit down? We're not going to go sit down now stadium say, oh, I know they sit down near this supporter because now this tribe come out. It has never happened. We go and buy together. We go to the market, the same market. We go na the same transport. We take the same ferry for crossover. As we're so interconnected to the point that you know it is amazing. But when you get people we not get focus, we not vision, we not productive, we're very treacherous and evil. As you engage them on issue of national growth, not that they trivialize the discussion to tribal. They bring that to their own standard. You know, because they're not agree for grow up. So they bring it to that level of the tribal discourse. I've always said it repeatedly. I born na Kailaon, I grow up na Kafubulo. Now, if you ask me, Bolunge, from the Tagritego, Kamasondo, Asabi, all the accidents. Beginning from Tulu, you talk about my hair, my yaya, Sopta, Tintafo, Kingsway. These are I know those areas very well. I grew in that territory. I live with the Susos. I live with the Tamenas. When I was growing up, my best of friend was a Suso. If he didn't have school, because we grew this. If he was in his school and I was home, they finished cooking my home, because now we two they eat together. If you not come, I know it's no matter the time, because this afternoon shift was there. I never wait for away from school, then he come we eat. So I have never gone to know differences between tribe, because I'm not saying tribe not dictate, tribe not define me. Okay? Tribe not just for make I get I'll belong and channel communication for able talk. Right? But then people are not go sit down back, they grumble. Within our people in the country, this racism against you. But you say for you racist. But the problem is people not able to understand, when somebody's so myopic, something in the way they condemn, now the same thing they hail up. They condemn racism, but they promote tribalism. So what's the difference? If you're not a civilized person, once somebody they bring tribal discourse, what is the distance? He say no. If not tribal discourse, they bring into this argument, I'm done. I'm not talk with you again. If you don't get anything for talk, if the argument with the pan, you don't get nothing for talk about, but now for talk about tribe, then I'm done. That's what a civilized person go do. Once say, it don't mean anything. What about the intermarriages where they take place? The intermarriages. Most of the APC men get the woman there from the southeast. So politics will make them go after the wife there and the picking the way they don't born with the woman there. That is just primitive. So when we always, because we talk about APC, then you say, oh, we win a tribalism because we criticize the actions of APC. I'm not going to blame one. I just take and say, much education not take place. Much education not take place. We are still in the dark era. Because I believe the APC was not established for a specific tribe. In fact, with the history of APC, the one way go from APC come from the south. The one way pioneer, the most famous person after everything where you talk about APC, the person where APC entirely surround about, now from the south. So for let's say, because we can't sit down and criticize the deliberate wicked actions of APC, that means that we are tribal. There is unfortunate. You got to think better. Okay? Another issue is this. Now I'm coming to APC proper. And this is the truth. People know what we say. We they see them. Will they definitely remain for Siam? That APC is extremely corrupt, unserious, and unprogressive, even to the point that their own party, they're in shambles. Before you account to the account, the embarrassment and the insult, the lack of administrative capability, the negligence, the disgrace. You ask how APC was functioning with the galvanizing membership dues from people. For later can give Peter and say now that now they reserve in the account. We will talk about. And fortunately, one way to make a glad for talk about this is in the ruling, just concluded ruling, they gave instructions say APC for be audited. The judge was magnanimous. Sent afar. He bring, I think, some year around the 17th to date. and was it 2017 to date? I think he would have taken it from 2012. Because for let we see the coffers be so empty. A whole political party, they give we 1 point. Well, other argument, the APC don't begin just start pose that they justify the money, wait and see the left. Let's say now 3,670,000 something. In actual fact, what do we get? Now 3.5. But I say no, the actual money we then get where they left now 3,670,000 something. Even as that. But make another job, Nico. I will come to that because I want to ask all the parliamentarians what they don't pay over the years, all councillors, all the grand chief patrons, the chief patrons, waiting at the contribution, waiting on be the yearly contribution that they go left APC account on its knees. Okay, now look at the list where come up from the 21-man committee. I'm holding every one of them responsible. When APC, they attack people being tribalistic. Anybody were rational enough. This is a party that is calling for democratic upgrade. It call for reforms. It call for inclusive APC. It call for every Sierra Leoneans for embrace APC, no matter which side you belong. They say they bring in a new face to the APC. Is that how you start in it? To start on a very selective tribal footing? For APC, for even just regionalize the party is an embarrassment. If I were part of the 21-man committee of the APC, when I saw that list, I would condemn. I would suggest as political party poised to win election, for we the heart and soul of people where we supporters, we mouthpiece and on social media, don't they insult, don't they go after, they threaten their lives. We give them more room, more space for being actors. In this initial stage, let everybody see the Southeast dominating the APC 21. Then you know APC is open up for inclusive and is ready for transformation. Yeah, I will tell you, it would have been very good to see more people coming from the other side where APC perceive for be not for be for them. Are they telling me that they not get capable people from the south and east for contribute to the minimum to the reform or the transformation of APC? Are they telling me now? Is APC telling me that nobody not there from the south, nobody not there from the east? When a diehard APC, where they go entrust and bring on board for participate in APC transformation or reformation, is that what they're telling me? Let somebody go and take the 21-man list. You'll be embarrassed. And this is the political party say they want for kind of power. One thing we're very clear, where people don't understand, the truth is that no specific region not going to make any political party win. Even the SFPP in governance, they can get the entire Southeast. If they not get vote from the north, they not get vote from western area, they not get vote from the northwest, they're not going to win. It is very clear. The ordinary Southeast not going to give SFPP winning. When they collected all the results. For let the president become the president, now because they were able to accumulate votes from the north, the northeast, and the northwest, and the western area. That was what added on. For let APC win election, now because people voted for APC from the south and the east. So if you think, say, you could choose for neglect and just go after specific regions, say you don't need it, you're making the mistake. You're making the biggest mistake. And the reason why me not will ever sit down and attack any tribe now, because these tribes responsible for the existence of the political party of what the interest, the political party we are getting interested. Okay? Do you think if the Limbas, the Timinis, the locals decide not for vote for SLPP, is SLPP go any side? You're making the mistake. Anybody, even from the president downward, if he can't snap it for me and tell me, say, you know, we don't need the northeast, the northwest for winning election, I will tell him, Mr. President, you're not ready for win this election. I will tell you that you're not ready for win this election. For less Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone, you can forget the northeast, you can forget the northwest, you can forget the western area, urban and rural, you can forget the south, you can forget the east. Now that they make up of Sierra Leone. And when you're president, they're not going to tell you, say you're not president of southeast or northwest or northeast or western area. They say president of Sierra Leone. So on our way, they find it difficult for think rationally. When I get for reconsider, and you think, say, a specific district go make you president or go make you come to power, you're making the biggest error. Now, it make is unfortunate that APC they tolerate deliberate attack on a set of individual in our country, a specific region. Then people want to let we sit down and set much, not for react and respond. They say, well, we come, we for be if for pamper, if for allow, if for seeing praise the one the way they come for attack the southeast, the one the way they come, they make dangerous pronouncements and say when they take over power, then they go after the people from the southeast. They go make sure say they commit genocide. They go make sure say regions were not there in their own interest is wiped out. Is that a patriotic statement? Is that anything ambitious? Good for is that ambition good for our country? For say where you can you go after specific you go silence regions. Not to even because if you say south is done at 2 regions already. They will not see anybody. Sad enough, the reason why we go continue for blame APC. Now the fact that all the one that we did on social media, when a card carrier of APC, where they talk for them, where they do this tribal hate, where they bring this division, get the liberty, the free will for do one, and then they stand on the premise of belonging to the APC for talk with it and talk. Then the APC hierarchy, they come and condemn and denounce them and refute them and say, no, you're not talking. This is not the idea of APC. We not believe in this of your utterances. Attacking tribe, not to the APC way out. No, attacking region, not to you never had any of them come out and condemn. With all the public destruction where they take place, the attack on public property, every APC and any of their political party in opposition come out and say, no, what they do so now the nature is they set BN. They will assume the one the way they go court transmitter and now. Areas like Jue Watalo and the axis, then ARND. You think you're doing the SLPP? You're depriving even the APC people that believe strongly in the APC. You're depriving them of social benefit. You're depriving them from social benefit. Even people where they stand under sun, they dance for APC, you turn against them for deprive them of social benefits. If you really mean good for the people of Sierra Leone, you will be the champion for condemn any public destruction, any destruction on public property. You for condemn, you for distance yourself, you for keep yourself away, and you for be very collective, for go after them people there. But they say silence means consent. The reason why APC will not do that, because a whole councillor in Lungi was caught vandalizing the electricity materials. Sir, now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest wisdom where Fisher display in the judgment, now where he asked for a very thorough forensic auditing of APC finance, APC account, how APC be done, they use the resources. You know, among the things that we hand over to the 21-man committee, you know, now the financial statement, waiting the money where they left now the account. APC, they tell we say they left 3 million plus in the account, 3,600,000. I will take the waiting they put as their defense. Okay, the figure whether they use say 9 days, whether things say it's official, whether show off say 9 years and put in the document for and to this 21-man committee 3,675,000 leons. Ladies and gentlemen, let us not even go beyond the 10-year rules of honest. Let us not, because it will be too much embarrassing. Are we saying under the reigns of Ernest by Kuruma, there was no financial control? People be just reckless in their expenditure. Ladies and gentlemen, when you calculate just the dues of the parliamentarians, it will give you far above 25 million. Far above 25 million. Just the parliamentarian, the dues, membership dues. I go authoritatively tell you that. I spoke to APC parliamentarian. They were so vexed. Call me. I will not name them. I spoke to a few of them. They say, wait till embarrass them in the whole thing. Now that for can realize say in the reserve, with all waiting that they pay every month, over 20-something million, just them as parliamentarians. Now 3,675,000. Sad enough, there's no record of expenditure. Nobody, no document of breakdown of how the resources, the funds of APC is being spent. This is what is now hurting well-meaning APCians. They don't care for check record, for look out for record of how the money collected from this parliamentarian, over 20-something million. What have they been doing with this money? And remember, you have categories of membership cards. APC said then are Chinese. There's no boku. If you get so much of a large number of membership, then they collect much money from them. What's wrong with the money? Why is there no record of expenses? How now they don't spend the money we wanna be done they take from people? No wonder why 4 years APC only value Mamiko's tribalism, sectionalism, hate messages. They're not able to do anything for empower their supporters, the youth. I be always on the ask. I said that why away there's so much craze for the APC. All the way away they said the country is gone, nothing not there in a saloon. But it belongs to a political gangsters. If they really want to change your lifestyle, from what you that they get from people, they for all come with comprehensive program for bail their supporters out of the triangle, the hardship in the country. They for them put in programs for equipped empower the one that way they out there tirelessly for the APC. Let me imagine APC. Let me even not go with the. They say they get over 3 million or whatever registered membership. Let me not even go. Let me even just take a minimal of 800,000 membership of APC. 800. Let me even just the APC get 800,000 membership. Calculate the money whether they get from then 800,000 people. Let me even say every month, now just 2 or 1,000. Every one of them they pay. You know how much money is that for the month? 800,000 people they pay. Let me just say now 1,000 that they collect no more from people. When I know say the list whether they collect for the common, the grassroots, APC now 15,000 for the membership. I once held their membership card. I know for the common is 15,000 for the month. It was 9,000. Now they don't add to 15. I know that for fact. Okay. Now you calculate the money they are all over these years for let this administration be kicked out and only left behind 3,675,000 leons. Is that a serious political party? I again blame the PPRC. It's a shame on the PPRC because one of the mandates now for effectively monitor, make sure say every political party present the audit report annually. If the PPRC was very serious, by now they don't take this issue long time with these political parties. If the PPRC boss was somebody really serious, this is a big indictment not only on the APC, but the PPRC as well. They fail in their duty. They really fail in their duties. Telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really telling you. According to the authority given to PPRC now that every registered political party annually for come with a financial, internal and external audit report. And then they just they get for supervise, they get for go verify the report. For PPRC, man, when I let me, that will make when I make self, even the APC ashamed because when I aid and abet the action. And this is not only APC. All the political parties, the way they make noise for we. All. It is a real shame that we not get financial record, proper financial record of the so-called political parties in our country. It's a shame. A really big shame. Big shame. For let you opt for rule the country. You internal administration, not organized, not effective. You just there in shambles, no record. If I come out today, I want for go, no, always be done. They happen for the past 50, 20 years within the APC. I have no record because somebody was so negligent, so careless that we have no official document you will refer you to about APC annual event or activities or program. A really, really unfortunate and sad. You look at it, you know, when I went through the handing over document to this 20, I became ashamed of myself. I call one of my relatives. We all tend to fetch me, you know. Dana, one mommy, one daddy person. That APC. Always they fetch me on phone for APC. So when I lay hand on the document, now I ask him, I say, so you just they make noise for APC, not be done the pay then you. He said, would I tell you? Look at me, you look. I said, well, no. If it be done the pay you dues, if it don't reflect na the account. Hey, but me, you feel say me now. I said, no, look, not to me talk, look, go read the document, go read what in the report say. If you be done the pay, if you really believe in APC, if you don't pay, but you know reflect on the account, means now just a handful of people don't they contribute to the APC. All the vuvuzela, all the noisy flies them, you know, all the one they waiting, they're not they do nothing, they're not they contribute, they're not they do any financial input. They know they support the APC. They just abandon. Now, rudeness no more than they kind of social media make. They not get no financial help that they give the APC. The account is clear about it. You know, so people have to be very serious with themselves. You know, and you got to be very rational with yourself. You have to belong somewhere where there's no organization, where there's no accountability, where there's no seriousness in handling all important matters about your belonging, you know, your association, about your organization. No report of activities, of events. No breakdown of expenditures within the party. You know, that would be very serious. That would be really, really serious. And Alpha Peter Conte and the 21 man committee, when I started in a very wrong footing with una selection. If I don't show the difference, if una they accuse the SLPP, let we even no stand with una say the SLPP was tribalistic. This was the time for sure say una are different, una very different with this election we una for don't make with this 21 man committee we una set up. Now from there una for don't show the difference between una. You know, but when you talk about this, somebody will come and time you and label you. We really don't matter much. It don't even really matter because, you know, opinions of people always matters, you know. So be it positive or negative, I don't even countenance it, because I know I'm saying it passionately for the betterment. Now, the reason why we go talk about APC and the SLPP, or they can take a more political party, then they're not serious. Then a survivor, no type political. The election come, they get we say for it survive. After that, then go. So the only political party we don't stand for long, we don't rule the country. Now they will talk about. The reason why we talk about the APC, if APC is composed in opposition, the ruling government will be very effective in production. If APC very peaceful and progressive in opposition, the ruling government go bank on them for push Salon go before. But this desperation say, because they're pulling a power, we for pulling a power. So anything good, not for be seen. We for make sure say we pull the image of the country, we talk in the, and this is the reason why some of we chose for sit here, because we don't see the desperation that the APC ready for make the country look like hell. And nobody not for go do anything in our country. When you wake up in the morning, you go on social media, it was all negativity about the country. Hey, they kill it, hey, this, nothing. It was just deliberate propaganda. It was just deliberate assassination of the image of the country. Wishful and thinking. Driving investors, scaring investors away. We go to our country, create jobs, and make everybody. Now listen, look at the Mayapa mines, where they go open alongside. Who is going to benefit? These are all those that are going to be employed. The one that whether they employ in that place, these are Sierra Leoneans. If you're capable working there, they're not going to ask you whose tribe way belong. These people who are coming with their investment, not even believing tribe. They're running. The aim is making profit. It's to maximize. They go there, they invest their resources. They want to see a very good output. Okay, so as long as you're effective, they're going to take you to the job. They're not going to go sit down for begin, assess people and background, which side you belong, which side this old political party. No, they're not going to look at that. The investors are not interested in your domestic politics. Then come for invest and make their money. So they're going to recruit Sierra Leoneans. So, but if you say nobody not for cargo investment at the country, not only that you hate yourself, you also hate your generation, you hate your people. That's the damn thing about it. Now, and things say going to 2023, going into the election, the common word now we start, now we do them. We start, you do them. I think now APC, they wake up to the reality, say, the world, nothing. They not do nothing, and nonsense they be the talk. It's no longer nothing. It's now, we begin, then do them. We begin, then do them. So, they don't can mess themselves up. They don't can clearly tell the world, say, we are just mediocres. You know, we be just, the one we be they use, they not do nothing. I be just, you know, baseless and unfounded something. Clear example is this Magbele Bridge. For 11 years, APC they in power. They said they be the fair money. But all agreement and arrangement was done and dusted 2015. European Union gave the first tranche, the first set of money to the government, 2015 for starting work. If APC was really serious, by 2018, therefore don't take the job 50%. Let me even say it was visible 50% of the job. The Magbele Bridge was 50% done. Nobody no need for go even tell you say, oh, this government can begin up, because it would have been there. Everybody would have seen it. Everybody for don't see it. But the people are very much aware that every construction work started 2018 after APC left power. So whether you want to go full, the one that where they are alive, we saw the beginning of the process. They saw who was in power when the process began. Whose message you want for go tell them? How you think say? You know, but there's one primitive and uncivilized thinking of their APC operatives than on social media. They think say every single Sierra Leonean just stupid and will not understand nothing. We just sit down and wait for let they can't tell we what they them believe and we take them. They think say the Sierra Leoneans don't get the ability for think, for judge, for look and assess issues. So the things say once they come on social media and talk, you get the gullible people we know they cross check, we know they assess the other side. No, they will just take and run with that. Or then just confident that they will just go talk on social media. We don't as we talk on social media, so the game not over. We don't get the salon people. They not get time for good friend. They not get the time for investigation. As we talk and so you don't. It's unfortunate. Now let me begin, the bridge importance proper and with a segmenter, the social importance of this. Now, because of that bridge, all social events across the country is being made easy and smooth. If you live in free time for go do your launching, for go do your event, you are now safe and secure. You can grab free time early morning, say, I go launch my album na Tonkolili, na Bombali, na Potloko, na Cambia, na Kono. You can go anywhere. You are sure that fear will be there into the people in moving across. It's now the thing of the past. People now get the courage, the confidence for socialize around and along the bridge. It pedal around, it can walk on foot across. You show off your security. And that is why everywhere Minister Linear for be appreciative for this bridge. Politically, people for realize say the world is moving faster. What people see today is what they take to judge and make decisions. All the one that will be done lost their loved ones. All the one that will be done they use the old bridge where the fear of losing their life. All the one then where be done they see the calamities and disaster will be happening at the old bridge. Till they don't see a brand modern advanced bridge before them face. And the one that will get conscience will definitely decide for vote in the one where they see do one because they go want more. The political benefit is there are people who are very rational. We go say, you know what? No matter the political party where I belong, but for the fact that I don't see this, don't save me and the people there. They don't look at which side I belong. They don't look at whether I be. They can't do something for save me and my people there. For that, I will give a chance for more to be done than a political profit. People get to know that. You get extremists there. Where go they don't care no matter what you do for them. Then that extremists, I agree. But they are rational. There are people who are very rational in thinking. There are people who are open up. We're very civilized. We know that if this can be done, more can be done. If you get mine do it now, it can get mine for do more. And so they will follow the trend. And there are people who want to be part of the history, say, now the political party where they support, now make this. Everybody want for associate itself to history. Say, oh yeah, that bridge where they talk about, so now their political party where they support, now make them. People will, just because of that, it will make them, it will propel them to switch allegiance because they want to be part of. It happened in my own days. I saw it in my own time. This bridge where they talk about, I saw the construction in my own time. I was part of it. I belong to the political party that brought it to existence. That ownership, people will make people to reconsider and change allegiance. All right? Now, all the wise people will think that. Just because it happened on my face, I see him, not a person tell me. You have to own the glory. Now I was part of it. This history, we all make this history. Yeah. So that is the political viability. Because of that launch of the launching of that bridge, undecisive people when we don't they look from far, don't decide for believe in the ideology. Just one thing can change the mindset of people. Oh yeah, I see this. They not tell me, don't see her. I'm convinced. Because that means the person will go cut the tape, the person will go give we, the person will allow it for begin user. Now the president, the statement, this is something everybody who made statement there, who was there, the message that went across was the government constructed this bridge. And all those who were there, 85 to 90% of them not get time with this social media crap, then propaganda. Then they talk about waiting and see in person, physical, waiting and see physically. And that is what they're going to buy. That is what they're taking home. They're taking home the statement that the messages will come out of the opening, the launching of that bridge. That is what they're going to use for make up their mind. The other thing is the economic viability. People will get large production, they get the investment, they get a farm, that they garden. But they hesitate for getting across to the other part of the country because of the fear of losing the goods and their life. The bridge they were using was dangerous, was very exposed to calamity and disaster. So many goods perish. Today, there is faster move of goods from one point to another with the availability of this bridge. And so therefore, the economic benefit is very great because the more product on the market, the more issues are addressed, the more suffering is being addressed. Why make things that they go up? Because of scarcity. Anytime we see price go up on issues on things, Now, because of scarcity, we will do basic economics that tell you say scarcity cause price rise. When goods plenty in a market, where and you turn so you see, you turn so you see, idea, the prices then they become cheap. The commodity in price they go down because this person not go one for go in commodity for go pull na hand. So somebody got to put in price down for let it able sell because it bokuna market. So it address the economic challenge of the people. Okay, it make we get enough products on the market for meet the demands of we people. So because of that bridge, it facilitate trade. It address the shortage now we market. And the other aspect is connectivity and cohesion. Now that bridge they connect, it bring we is the people where be on the fear for travel around the country using that part. People where be just don't confine themselves in one small setting. Now go feel comfortable for move around and be assured of their safety. Okay, this they connect we now to other parts. It go make we get easy access for move across and know what is happening on the other side. Okay, it make we come together. It bring we together. And the important thing is, we not just see the bridge. It is to my knowledge that they're going to have market on the two sides because of the economic activity around that bridge. Now the government will decide for build two markets around the bridge, on one on the other side and one on the other side, for take care of the people, for create more opportunity for the people that were they into business. So the government, as we speak, now they work on the construction of two markets. These are all economic benefits, and these are all issue of addressing unemployment and creating opportunity for Sierra Leoneans. Imagine they're going to be two markets, standard markets on either side of the bridge. This is part of the bridge in package. So this makes this whole process, this was never part of it. Initially in their thought, it was not. But when the government is forward looking, when government sees say, oh no, this issue of running after cars with goods, it's not good. Government forward thinking, they get vision. They don't decide for construct market. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is very important. This is what we're doing. We're talking about development. Imagine they construct their market there. It's not going to benefit just a set of people. It benefits Sierra Leoneans. Whoever passes by for go Guinea, we get to that market and get what. Whoever is coming from Guinea or other parts of the country, we still use those markets and use the bridge. It's for everybody. This bridge is not restricted to political party supporters. This is a bridge for all Sierra Leoneans. And that is why we for embrace national development. We'll never be choosy and selective when it comes to providing services for the people of Sierra Leone. Anyway, until we come back together as a team tomorrow for defeat the lies and fake information about ill motive, then evil and satanic people. I don't be you host, Chief Commissioner Vandy. I know there's so much to really talk about, but guess what? There's always a time for that we bring the reality. And so, with a formidable team, not forget to defeating the lies of the fake people on social media. Go meet you tomorrow, and I will dare among my colleagues them for also bring updates, tangible facts about the progress where we country the benefit from. Until then, I wish you all the best.
Go, go, APC go. Go, APC go. No more APC again. No more APC again. Hey, no more APC again. So never again shall our country be governed by APC. Never again shall we let them destroy our economy.